So I just had to put this video out because I was coming across other videos here on YouTube that were talking about music licensing, music libraries, getting started in the sync licensing industry. And there is some bad, misleading, dangerous information out there, okay? I'm really glad that I started my channel, and I'm glad that I started what I did, because there's a lot of people out there who are claiming they know how this industry works, and you can just tell by the advice they're giving, no you don't. Or if you are in this business and that's the advice you're giving to other producers, you're gonna be in big trouble, okay? So the big misconception that I'd like to clear up for anybody, if you're confused about this subject at all, is the idea of submitting the same tracks to multiple libraries. It's really not complicated, okay? And if you're in this industry and you've been in the licensing business, you know what you can do and what you can't do. But there's been some advice out there given that will actually land many producers in legal problems. And if not legal problems, definitely being blacklisted by the libraries that they're licensing through. So in one of these videos, the advice was given that when you send your music to a library and you give, let's say, your tracks a certain title, just retitle your tracks, and that way when you send it to another library, there won't be any conflicting issues. Partially true, okay? But again, it's giving somebody enough rope to hang themselves with. So if you just change the names of your tracks, certainly there's going to be new registrations and they won't be causing an issue in that front. But the biggest part of that equation that was just left out, which is the most important part of that equation, is what was the contract that you signed with said library, with that first library? Was it exclusive? Was it non-exclusive, okay? Should be self-evident. If it is exclusive, that means that those tracks you sent to them, the music, the titles, everything that you sent to them, needs to be exclusively held in their catalog. That means you cannot just sneakily retitle those tracks with the same music and send it off to another library. You're going to get yourself in some big trouble if you do that. You're certainly going to lose that initial contract with that library once they find out. And trust me, everybody finds out everything. It's a small business, and registration processes allow people to kind of look through and see what's happening. You are going to be found out for what you did, okay? That's the big piece of the advice that was missing from some of the videos I've been seeing about this subject, okay? You need to make sure you understand what kind of contract you are signing. If it is exclusive, that music is no longer to be placed anywhere, okay? And if you want to put it on your website, or you think you want to put it on SoundCloud or elsewhere, maybe to shop or just to show us up for a demo for yourself, you better ask them first. Ask them what you can and cannot do, because that music technically no longer belongs to you. That music is now held by them exclusively. So you better play ball with them, you better be nice, and you better be transparent with what you would like to do with the music that they have accepted from you, okay? So that's for the exclusive side of agreements. If it's non-exclusive, absolutely, that advice would work out great. So non-exclusive contract, meaning you can send it to this library and any other library you'd like. You can throw it on iTunes, you can put it on SoundCloud, you can sell it, you can put it on your website, you can do anything you want. Non-exclusive means just that. You can put that music anywhere else you'd like to. They're only basically representing it non-exclusively with their catalog. And in that case, yes, if you go to another non-exclusive catalog, right? You can't go to an exclusive one, retitle those non-exclusive ones and say, here you go, you can have these exclusively, because you'd be lying to them, because those are not exclusive tracks. Those have been licensed in other other libraries, right? So you can go to other non-exclusive libraries and submit those tracks, and that's when you would want to retitle them so that you don't have conflicts between the two non-exclusive libraries, okay? Not complicated, right? But career-saving advice and information. That's why I want to really stress to you guys, be careful about who you take advice from. If somebody's giving you advice, information, strategies for how to succeed in this business, make sure they're in it first and foremost, that they actually work in the industry, that they actually are doing what they say, or at least they're working in some capacity in that business. There's a lot of people who are just giving innuendo, rumors, something they read on a blog somewhere. Literally, sometimes people are getting advice from people who leave comments on videos or in blogs or in message boards. Comments from anonymous people who you don't know, it should not be a source of authority, okay? You don't know if they're right or wrong. They could just be somebody with an opinion, with something that they've read. This is how bad information gets spread, and I think that's one of the reasons why there's so much bad information out there about this industry is because there is no authoritative source on here's the place you go A to Z to understand this industry. That's what I'm trying to do with my courses, with my channel here, with everything that I'm providing. I would like to be that for you guys, to be that complete A to Z. You got a question about this business. I've been in this business for 10 years. I will help you find the answer. If I don't know it personally myself, I'm not going to just give you an answer just to give you an answer. I'll tell you, you know what? I don't know. Let me do some research and I'll try to find out from other people that I know that work in this business. You need to be getting information and sources and the direct knowledge from people who work in the industry, not outsiders looking in, just giving their best guess or their opinion. They might be very certain and confident that they know. But that kind of advice, especially this advice that I saw, is so potentially dangerous for producers, right? So some young kid reads that, signs an exclusive deal, says, well, this guy just said I just need to retitle my tracks, and now I can go to another exclusive library and send the same music. You might have just screwed up this guy's career. Like, definitely at least with those two libraries, you might have just completely screwed them over. This is why you got to be careful about where you're getting your information, guys. Make sure you vet who you're listening to, who's giving you advice, and be smart about what you're doing with your career. You only get one shot really in this business. It is a small industry, very small. There's only a handful of companies out there that are working and helping to provide full-time incomes for producers like you and I. You can't afford to be pissing away those relationships and screwing things up that badly where you're violating contracts, especially when you first get into it. Because your name gets passed around, people don't want to do business with you. You don't want to have that kind of a reputation. And it all starts with being smart with who you take your advice from.